the title, but I don't use any titles usually. I sign off as Mohanji or M.
Yes.
Even the name Mohanji, at one point in time, I felt it is unnecessary. Some people cannot leave the earth after death because the body is lost, but the identity is still there. They believe in their identity, then they don't proceed further. Energies from 1800s, 1700s still stay back because body has gone, but they have not gone. Nobody dies. Sukshma never dies. And we are not creating it, nor are we destroying it.
So some people say that, there are, yakshas, gandharvas, kinnaras, your pitrus, all, want to sort of block your spiritual progress and all that.
There are so many different gods, demigods, so many things on earth. When the avatar is taking place, they all come together and their presence simply means they are participating. Have you seen any avatar telling, hey, look here, I am an avatar?
No.
Yeah. So they live like ordinary people. Yeah. And to activate them, many of these people come.
Namaskaram. Welcome to Jothishi podcast. Today we have a very special guest. Some see Sai Baba in him, some see Hanumanji in him, some see Guru Dattatreya in him, some consider him as friend, some consider him as a philosopher, guide, guru. We have Dr. Brahmarishi Mohanji. Welcome to Jothishi.com podcast.
Thank you so much, Anand. Thank you.
So, I'm really humbled and honored to be talking to you.
Thank you.
Amidst your busy schedule. So it's not like, we move from Indiranagar to Kalyan Nagar, but you move across countries and continents, and then really, really honored to sort of be talking to you. Mohanji is sort of, just for the benefit of the audience, Mohanji is the person who transforms lives of millions of people across the world. So, he has presence in about 50 countries and, transformed the lives of millions of people and helped them connect with Divinity kind of a thing. And also the Global Humanitarian Award, Worldwide Global Humanitarian Award, and the Voice of Compassion Award as well. And then, so Mohanji, I would like to start by asking, how do people sort of, when they feel your presence by either Nayana or Sparsha, how do they feel, peace? How do they feel tranquil? Or some people cry, some people, burst out with emotions and all that. And some people see, Bhagwan in you. So what is this, how does it happen? Is there some energy transfer or something like that? Or is it, you tap into the same universal consciousness and then connect with that person kind of a thing?
Everything in life is about perception.
Yes.
Our world is as per how we perceive. We cannot really see the real world. Nobody can see. Until you become the world, you will not know the world. Like, for example, we have various relationships in life. But how do we connect to each of them? As how we are. That is why we call somebody a father, somebody a brother, somebody a neighbor, or in various connections, it's as per how we are. The entire outlook is as per our perception. So, the world can only see the world, or the people of the world can only see how they are to the world.
Yes.
The world is as it is. The nature, the environment, everything is as it is. But we don't see it as it is. We see it as how we are. When we are very happy, we see the world beautiful. When we are not happy, we see the world bleak.
Correct.
It's not about the world. It's about how we are. So people connecting to me, or anybody for that matter, I'm not special, are the same. Some people look at me as what they lack, what deficiency they have. They look at me as completing that deficiency. I don't do particularly anything to create any effect because I don't have to. Nobody has to. Neither you have to. You have to just be you. Everybody else will connect to you as they are, and you cannot change it. So when we know that the entire world is our perception, I think everything is understood.
Yes.
We can't see anything beyond it. Like one of the basic problem with our education system is like that. They do not really appreciate individual perception. They look at everybody as a potential employee and train them to have a job, to have income and some material success, and they call it as a great life. So, coming back to your subject, how people pursue me, or how deep they pursue me, I'm not considering it, or I'm not bothered. I just be myself. Some people love me, some people hate me, some people like me, some people dislike me. This is all up to them. And if we are not affected, we are safe.
So this, just wanted to understand about this title of Brahmarishi, which was conferred upon you. And I think very few gurus in the world. So probably, as far as my knowledge goes, I think one of the most popular gurus in Europe and Eastern Europe is Mohanji. So how did this, story of this Brahmarishi confirmation and this conferring of your thing came in your life, kind of a thing?
Well, I do not know whether I am the most popular or I am popular at all. In fact, I am not affected by even that. How people perceive, I go with it. Some people like me, so I just go to their functions if I'm invited. Brahmarishi title was given to me by Avadhuta Nadananda in 2016. And he told me the reason for giving it is because he was instructed by Gyanganj. Gyanganj is a realm of elevated masters. So there are
in the Himalayas.
It is in Tibet, but it is not so visible. It is not so tangible. Like Kailas, Gyanganj is also a very important location. In other words, it's like a portal, or you can even call it like a Guru Mandala. Guru Mandala or any space is connected to a frequency. So how do you define a space? A particular frequency. How do you define your home? A particular frequency which makes you feel nice, tranquil, happy, relaxed. That is home. So any place which has a particular frequency, some places have frequency of activation. Some places their frequency is that of stabilization. So every place has its frequency. Some frequency we love to go back to, like Himalayas. Some frequency we don't go back. We don't usually like to go to a place of negative energies. Negative energy simply means it sucks you off. It kinds of makes you dull. Negative. There's nothing negative or positive in absolute sense. Somewhere you don't feel comfortable, we can call it negative for us. For another being, it might be positive.
Positive or neutral as well.
Or neutral. So a Brahmarishi title was given to me by Avadhuta Nadananda as per the instruction from Gyanganj. This is what he told me, and he has written about it also, or he has spoken about it. So I asked what I have to do, because I never went chasing any titles. For that matter, when Vittal Babaji met me in 2012, December 19th, he immediately gave me the title of Rajarishi. So I have that title also, Rajarishi.
So he must have felt that you are the person for it.
So there is a reason for all these masters giving you certain things. Probably activation, probably stabilization, probably there is a message that you have to do something on earth in that capacity. So I took the title, but I don't use any titles usually. I sign off as Mohanji or M. Even the name Mohanji, at one point in time, I felt it is unnecessary and binding. Because at certain point in time, when I was seriously practicing, I was not in public life, I felt that this name is too heavy. Because it's too binding for me. Because the name represents a particular personality, a particular identity, and a particular place, or even places, what you are in the world, which is unnatural. Because we are trying to connect to something which cannot be bound by name, form, mantras or frequencies, and we are trying to merge with that. On the other side, we are trying to maintain a name, a particular image, a particular identity. That's opposite of what we are trying to, it's actually contradicting. So at that point in time, I felt, what is this big deal about Mohanji? It was irrelevant at some point in time. Again, world needs identity. World needs a structure. World needs something to talk to, connect to. So I maintained it. But even at this point in time, the title, my name, or where I belong to, I don't have much value. Okay, there is something which the nature has given for to increase or to maintain the relevance at this time on earth.
Yes.
Probably. So in that context, it's okay.
Yes. I suddenly remember Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's story, wherein his wife, a lot of people come and visit him daily.
Yeah.
And he's a great master. So every time, he goes inside the kitchen and asks his wife, what is there for cooking today? What is there for food today? So wife says, you are a big guru, and then you are coming and asking for food. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says that, the day you come with the plate and I turn my head, that is the last day of me in my earth. So he says, to be in this world, at least one desire is required. So like you said, an identity, a name, at least one thing is there. Which
This is
needed.
for the world, not for us. Identity is for the world.
Yes.
If I believe in the identity, then I have a problem. That is what is happening in the world. People are believing in certain identities, which is causing calamities. We are not any identity. We are just like tourists. Okay, you need a name for identification. That's okay. That much is okay.
Yes.
But when you believe in that too much and start projecting is too much, other identities, other projections may not agree with you.
Correct.
So we can see all the religions, all the countries, languages, various ethnicities, they're all fighting with each other because each one is busy projecting their own identity.
Yes.
And they don't compromise or they don't agree that other identities can coexist.
Yes.
So we have to be clear about this. I am projecting or I am maintaining, I don't project anything. I'm maintaining my identity for the sake of being known so that I'll be heard.
Yes.
If you are not known, you are not heard.
Yes.
So if you have a work to do, you have to be heard. So these are some of the things which we must understand when we walk the path of, not only spirituality, walk the path of life.
Yes.
Because our overemphasis on identity is a burden for us and others.
Yes.
Also, it can be a trap because we are bound by it and then we can't come out of it.
Yes.
You can see that happening in the world.
Yeah, like a trap.
Like a trap. Not only the trap, there is an invisible trap. Some people cannot leave the earth after death because the body is lost, but the identity is still there. They believe in their identity, then they don't proceed further. You can see that in the world also.
Yes.
Certain energies stay back.
Yes.
Energies from 1800s, 1700s still stay back because body has gone, but they have not gone.
Yes.
So this is also possible.
From your statement, I suddenly remembered the great American writer Mark Twain's statement. There are two important days in your life. One is when you're born. Second is when you discover what is the purpose of life. So what should be the purpose of life, or what is the purpose of life? Is it variable for all, or is it same for all? And how do you figure that out?
I can simplify it as a purpose of life: being in the present and experiencing life as it unfolds.
Yes.
That's the purpose of life. That itself is a big thing. Every day we perceive, like we were supposed to meet last year, right?
Yes.
We took a year to meet.
Yes.
That is because the time has to happen for us to meet.
Yes.
To spend time together, to talk. Who created this time?
Yes.
I didn't create, neither did you.
Yes. Cosmic.
Yeah, but some way destiny arranged it only now.
Yes.
So the appointment was maintained by the destiny.
Yes.
You can call it coincidence, call it various things. Okay, I took a decision, but I never took any decision last year not to meet you.
Yes.
So this is how life is.
Yes.
So if you really want to have a purposeful existence, stop resisting.
Yes.
As life unfolds, sometimes life brings things which are not very tasty, palatable, but that's necessary as a message, as a warning, or even as a lesson. So everything is important. So we have to just live.
Just keep flowing in the water.
Keep flowing.
If there is a rock, just stay there.
And
Either slowly move and then
on the side or on top.
Yes.
You can move any way, as per your capacity, as per your convenience.
Yes.
But there is nothing beyond that in life, because past is finished. You can't do anything. Present is working. Present is not permanent.
Yes.
When I say present, by the time it's already past.
Yes.
So present is a very, very thin rope, or it's like a tightrope walk. When you're always on the present, you are with life.
Yes.
You're moving with life. But we don't do that. We always go to past, and we bring forth memories from the past, and we go to anxieties or expectations from the future. So we don't usually stay in the present, and that affects us. So if you still, like a surf rider, ride the present, that will become a very, very powerful sadhana practice, because present is not existing while we speak. It's just coming and going.
Yes.
Time is taking it away. So present is a very beautiful position to anchor your practice.
Yes.
You see? So purpose of life is to be in the present, while present is a flexible thing, and stay in the present, where you cannot stay.
Yes.
You have to keep being flexible.
Yes.
And be aware of life.
Yes.
As life unfolds, experience it.
Yes.
And do your best in that.
Yes.
So that, no regret, no guilt. And don't say the same thing will happen another time. Nobody knows.
Yes.
Nobody knows. When we will die, we don't know.
Yes.
It's a mystery. When we were born, we were not aware why we were born.
Yes.
Then how do you know what you are born for?
Yes.
Every point in time, what life brings you tells you this is what you are born for.
Yes.
Every point in time. So if you, instead of astrologically calculating or whatever, what you need to do is to be aware, be alert, so that you are in the time, be aware of what life unfolds, and be active. That means you respond at that time.
Yes.
No tomorrow for this response. Maybe there is a repetition, but there is no thing the same.
Yes. So accept the flow and then move on.
Just move on. Resistance is the biggest problem, which causes blockages in the system, in the energetic plane, and also in the body, physical plane.
What according to you is spirituality? How does a person know that?
Total acceptance.
How does one person know that I am ready for that, or I'm moving in that direction?
Everybody is ready. See, spirituality simply means being aware that there's an energy inside you which is causing you to live.
Yes.
Or which is the trigger of life.
Yes.
When you say life, it's a marriage between physical, body, mind, intellect, ego, which comes with it, and the energy. One is the moving energy, the pranic aspect, the prana. And this static energy, which is the soul's energy, which is permanent. You cannot do anything. So that combination happens, we call it life.
Yes.
When this energy leaves
the Stula and Sukshma.
Stula and Sukshma.
Okay.
When the energy leaves the body, we call it death.
Yes.
Death to what? Only to a personality. Nobody dies. The Sukshma never dies. There is an end to our birth.
Yes.
We call it death. There is no end to life, because life is a continuous process.
Yes.
What gives life? Energy gives life. What has given life to this light bulb?
Yes, energy.
Energy.
Yes.
It's electricity which gave life to the light bulb.
Yes.
Similarly, the life within a body, any body, is the energy inside.
Yes.
And we are not creating it, nor are we destroying it.
Yes.
So that is the thing which we should understand in things like suicide. Only the body, the physical is going. Sukshma still remains, along with all the software for the next existence. So we have to understand very clearly that this is the highest foolishness. Just to shed the body, but you can't do anything anymore, because body was the vehicle which gave us experiences and which could give us opportunities, or which could actually help us to feel life, live life. That's gone. And then what do you have? Only the Sukshma. According to me, is foolishness. So, see, being a self-acceptance through every situation takes you to spiritual stability. Self-acceptance. I'm not talking about accepting other people. You don't have to accept me because I'm outside of you. But you have to accept yourself because you're already born and you are a complete being and a full-fledged karmic existence. So you have to accept yourself, and from there you can start feeling the energy inside. Knowing the energy first, then feeling it, then being it. So that you will actually close your eyes, you will feel, oh, I'm the energy which is running the show. When I leave this body, we call it a dead body. So your over attachment to the physical and the things connected to the physical will reduce. Like relations, positions, possessions, they're all attached to the personality. That impact will reduce. Is anything mine? That question will come. Nothing is mine, even the body. And who am I? That question will come. Then you realize, oh, I am the energy which is running this show and making the projection continuous. Projection of what you are to the world. That's continuous. See, one thing is that we are projecting what we are, or other words, expressing ourselves. And the only earning from this life is experiences. Every moment experiences. That is what we are born for. And we cannot do anything else. We can only experience life as per what we are. We cannot experience life. See, I cannot experience the life as Anand. Because you are another person. I can only experience life as per Mohanji. And everybody, 8 billion people out there are doing the same. That's why nobody can say the other is wrong. Nobody can say
it's their individual journey.
This is how it is. I cannot experience as per another, neither can anybody experience as another. So why are we fighting? Why are we competing? Correct. See, this is what I'm saying. All this should come with education. People should know, children should know that they are unique. And their authenticity is their uniqueness. They are born unique. As a factory product, they are fully unique. There is nobody like them individually. But collectively, there are many karmic beings, so collective existence is there, of course. But again, collective existence of unique beings are there. It's a collective existence of unique beings, individuals. Nobody is like another. The moment you realize that, then you know how you can be happy. How can you be happy? Only when you follow something which suits your frequency, you will be happy. A job which you do, which is not suiting your frequency, you won't be happy. Karma or dharma. This means what is suitable for you. That will make you happy. So happiness is not something outside. Oh, I get a lot of money, or then I'll be happy. There's no guarantee. Maybe you'll have more pressure. There are many seriously rich people living like prisoners. With fear, bound by their own fear. There are people who are very relaxed about it. It's a simple equation of ownership. Do you own all these things? If you feel you're owning all these things, then you end up having stress. If you feel, oh, this is all there, I'm experiencing them. How much can I experience as per my time, as per my availability of mind at that time? At that time, while things are happening, if mind is not present, then you don't experience. That is why I said being in the present is a good sadhana. Because you are in the present, while you know very well that present doesn't exist forever. Present moves. Past and the future are illusions that way, because we are pitching everything on a time which is not in control.
So there is a saying that there are a lot of impediments in your spiritual journey. So some people say that there are yakshas, gandharvas, kinnaras, your pitrus, all want to sort of block your spiritual progress and all that. Is that actually true? And is spirituality a collective journey, or is it an individual sort of a journey?
It's individual journey fundamentally, but there are the creation has multiplicity. That's the beauty of creation. There are so many different varieties of beings, and they all have their relevance. Nobody is actually interested in you particularly, but your own connection, projection, fear attracts some things to you. You see,
so it's your own.
It's all your own. What you are attracting, that comes to you as an impediment or as a helping hand. Both are possible. So when you are connected only to the supreme brightness, other things are all not interested.
Yes.
They may test you. Are you real? Are you really focusing on the real?
Yes.
And if you are focusing on the real, then there is nothing much to do.
Yes.
Then they leave you alone.
Yes.
You are free.
It's like a ragging, some people try and for a long time.
Yeah, see,
and when there is no response, they just move on.
let's take it to the let's take this to the social life.
Yes.
Let's take this to the social life. Why are we affected many times with the people outside?
Yes.
Because we are listening.
Yes.
Imagine I'm shouting at you and you are minding your own business. After a while, I'll stop because you are unaffected.
Yes.
So if you are not really worried about what others think about you, what others talk about you, and your purpose is very clear, you are stable with yourself, you are satisfied and contented with what you have, hardly anybody can disturb you. Many times disturbance happens only because we allow it to happen. We put our mind to it.
Yes.
Means we become receptive.
Yes.
If you are not receptive, then it's very difficult for anybody to disturb you.
Yes. Mohanji, I just wanted to understand this.
One more thing
Yes.
about these yakshas, kinnaras and all that. There are so many different gods, demigods, so many things on earth. And earth and various planes. And so many frequencies frequencies do exist. Those frequencies are representing certain lokas, worlds.
Yes.
This is also there. So every loka simply means another frequency manifested. So like Guru Mandala. Guru Mandala, I never ever imagined or believed that it is one space. See, when an event happens, like an avatar is taken birth on earth, it's likely that many elevated masters will also take birth.
Yes.
Just to be with the avatar, to assist the avatar, not for anything, not for getting any reward. But they do not discuss these things. When the avatar is taking place, they all come together and their presence simply means they are participating. Presence simply means confirmation of participation.
Yes.
So there is no particular agenda, call, meeting, etc. And then they dissolve the place and they'll disappear. So their joining together simply means I am participating, and they're dissolving the place because there is no attachment.
Yes.
There are such worlds, and there are certain frequencies, and there are beings of that frequency living in that world. Essentially, we are all representing some frequency. Mohanji is one frequency, Anand is another frequency. All are frequencies. But we have a projection of a personality, so we don't see the frequency.
So is it something like human beings are this range of frequency, Gandharvas are?
No. Human beings also have a big variety.
Okay.
There are very unconscious beings and there are fully conscious beings in human itself. Human beings, there are highly conscious human beings suitable for Satya Yuga and highly unconscious human beings who believe they are what they are, just the intellect, body, mind, etc., who are eligible for Kali Yuga, living together in the same space called Earth. But they are all their own worlds. They are living as they are. So the highly conscious and the highly unconscious are living, coexisting together. But when you talk about highly unconscious beings, you can see moral bankruptcy in them because they are insensitive sometimes. They eat, drink and sleep and take pleasures of the senses as the main thing. But highly conscious beings will have nothing to do with any of this. They will never harm, hurt, kill, destroy, capture, conquer, or do anything unrighteous. That is highly conscious beings. They are all existing in the same platform.
Yes. I suddenly remembered, when you told this, it is said that when, Vishnu's or Krishna's avatar descends, there are Pradyumna, Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Aniruddha, and then Yogamaya, Mahamaya. So these people, when you told about when an avatar descends, there are people who come along with it. Suddenly I remembered. Mohanji, one more thing I wanted to ask.
Well, that is usually, see, like for example, have you look at all the avatars of the past. Have you seen any avatar telling, hey, look here, I'm an avatar?
No.
Yeah. So they live like ordinary people. Yeah. And to activate them, many of these people come.
Like
also take
associates,
birth. Yeah, they, like for example, Ravan. Without Ravan, there is no Ramayana.
Yes.
You know, Ram's existence, and Ravan was only extension of Ram.
Yes.
And they both had full awareness.
Yes.
See, so it's not like the soap opera that we see. See, why I am telling this is because Ravana was a king.
Yes.
And he manifested Shiva.
Yes.
Who can manifest Shiva? Somebody who's of that stature.
Yes.
Nobody can just chant a few mantras and manifest Shiva. It never works.
Yes.
So there is this person, this being called Ravana manifested Shiva, and a man who could manifest Shiva, do you think he'll run after a woman?
Yes. That's what.
So there is always a deeper meaning to this.
Yes.
And secondly, as a king, and he is a Brahmin,
Yes.
and as a king and a Brahmin, he cannot say no. How did he ensure that he will attain moksha? One of the surety for attaining moksha is the presence of an avatar at the time of your death. Even if the person is not present, even that memory can take you to moksha. The other side is desire pattern for another existence. Moksha means liberation, and that is merging with the consciousness. So an avatar is walking consciousness. We are all walking consciousness in human bodies, but we don't know this because our projection is our karmic agenda. So we don't know that we are walking consciousness. When you realize you are walking consciousness, then you come in contact with that reality, which is avataric by nature. So Ravana has to be a walking consciousness. He realized how he can ensure liberation, death at the hands of an avatar, Ram. So he knew fully well who is Ram. So to bring him to Lanka and have this exit, he brought Sita. You see? So we should really understand the stories better. You know, Ravan is an example. His presence on earth at that point in time was also to activate Ram as an avatar.
Yes.
And Ram never lived as an avatar. He lived as an ordinary man. So you got to really have eyes to see an avatar, to feel an avatar. You can easily see and feel a teacher, an acharya, even a guru, somebody who's teaching, somebody who's guiding. But to see an avatar who will behave like ordinary, doesn't even express anything substantial, but takes people to very high levels of redemption or liberation. They have to be seen only when, or they will be seen, or you can see them only when you develop the eyes to see.
Yes.
So this is, so various beings, it's a collaborative existence. It's a collaborative existence. See, now we're talking. Who is going to listen to this, we don't know, right? And who will actually listen to it meaningfully, we don't know.
Yes.
Maybe various people will listen to it, then they forget it.
Yes.
I heard something. But some people will get the right message from this.
Yes.
That we don't know.
Yes.
So we cannot keep any agenda.
Yes.
We cannot have any expectations.
Yes.
Our job is to be available and speak the right thing.
Yes.
So existence is uncomplicated. We complicate everything by taking ownership of it.
Yes.
I decide my word should be reaching these people for this time, and it didn't happen, I feel sad. That is how people live. So we should never feel sad about anything. If expectation is less, disappointment is also less.
Yes. I know, just to continue from your story, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Shishupala, Kamsa, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. They supposed to be Jaya and Vijaya in Vishnu's Darbar. And then they took 3 avatars, like what you beautifully said, to sort of get redemption from Bhagwan, the avatar.
That's the point. And that is the story side. Now, if you remove the story also, the activity, if you look from the script, from the stories or from the epic, then we realize that these people were very conscious beings. You know, so no way we can consider them as devils, demons. See, you got their job was activation.
Yes.
They activated the avatar.
Mohanji, I wanted to figure out this life expectancy is around 70 to 80 years, and then we sleep for 1/3 of our life. So 24 years done. So remaining 48 years is left. In 48 years...
Count us in days. 29,200 days is 8 years.
8 years, yes.
29,200 days only.
Yes.
We are dead by the time. If we die at 80, we are dead.
Yes. And then remaining 42 years, what happens is, 16 years is taken care by your parents and all that. And the last 4 years are your deformative years.
Even more years, maybe, because of the lifestyle now.
Yes.
Contamination is huge.
Too much.
Yeah. So many times people enter into a possibility of dementia, Alzheimer's, and all these things because of the habits, lifestyle.
Yes.
We are disconnected from the nature. We disconnected from people because we are only connecting them through mobile phones. So disconnection is one of the basic cause for degeneracy. Because when we connect to beings, people, meaningfully, we will be very charged up. And if expectation is less, we can have meaningful friendships.
Yes.
The right friend for you is somebody who needs nothing from you.
Yes.
And that kind of existence is possible. Likewise, we decide to train our children. They are already trained for their karma.
Yes.
They are born to experience and express karma.
Yes.
You don't need to train them. They already know.
Yes.
And from that effort, we become frustrated. They are not walking the way we want. They won't. They won't walk the way you want because they are karmic beings. They walk the way they want because they have to fulfill what they came for.
Yes.
So much of unnecessary interferences, involvements, expectations, which all causes pains. What happens when the child is pestered by the parents for a long period of time? The moment the child becomes independent, they will cut off from parents, which we see in the world. That's why we have so many old age homes. So generally, this meaningful life for all these first 16 years when you're under the influence of your parents, and then your brahmacharya, grihastha and all that. Yeah.
And then towards the end, how does one, what advice would you probably give to youngsters so that they live each of these lives meaningfully? From
the 4 states, brahmacharya is a time when you figure out what you are. That's a time when the right inputs need to be given. From the birth, you start becoming aware of your existence. Then you start becoming aware of the environment, aware of who you are. All those things are happening in that stage, brahmacharya stage. Brahmacharya simply means staying connected to the source. Means you are more connected to the source when you are born, and then you slowly detach and you start connecting to your personality more. So in this journey, the first part is to acquire sufficient knowledge to express and experience your life effectively. Effective experience means involvement, application. If you like something, if you like to do something, be something, that will be effective because you love it. If you don't like it and you're doing it for the sake of job, money, position, you won't enjoy it. So the whole idea is have a proper brahmacharya time. Take up skills which suits you and enjoy your experience of it in the days ahead. When it comes to grihastha, it simply means executing your skills for the sake of stability, balance. So you are selling what you are, or your time, your energy, your skills for the sake of earning a living and also providing for the family. That is the grihastha time. Grihastha doesn't mean you have to get married. It means that a time when you live your own life independently. Then comes vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is a time when I would call it a dawn of realization. Realization dawns at certain point in time. You don't look at it age. Look at it. So it is a variable thing for different people. So vanaprastha time, you realize none of these things will come with you when you die. Your relations, your position, your possessions. They all stay back when you die. So what am I carrying? That realization. So it's a time for detachment. Not that you stop experiencing them, you experience them. But then you start detaching from them. Think that, okay, I like to experience them. I like to have a good tea in the morning. I experience all the things, but I know very well that this is not me. Nothing is binding me. Nothing can bind me. Nobody can bind me. I have no relations, no position, no possessions. Permanent. They all change. I change. My mind changes. Ideas change. Everything changes. So how can I own anything? I don't even own this time. The moment I realize this is present, it's already past. I don't own anything. So that realization is a good realization. It's not self-realization. It's a good realization so that you can take a step backwards and witness the whole show. While Grihastha, maybe it is not possible because you are busy providing. So you are active, you are building up your life, independent life. So that time, maybe you cannot take a step backwards and witness. But at Vanaprastha, the actual meaning of the word is leaving for the wild or going back to nature. But that's not what I mean. In the current society also, that's not, you don't go anywhere. You're not going anywhere. But you are being aware that nothing belongs to you. Then comes sannyasa. That's the last stage. That is connection to the frequency of death. When you die, all the things connected to you and your personality dies. Dies for you. It's left behind. So what is real? Transit is real. Means leaving the body is real. Source is real. Where you came from is real. Now you connect to the source so that you can have a proper journey. It's like you're sitting in the car, you set your navigation correct, and you're going on a journey. So you're leaving one space and going to another space. So sannyasa is a time when you are only occupied in the source, the energy. You can call it Mahavishnu, you can call it Shiva, you can call it Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, whatever you want to call it. But the source energy. There has been many manifestations of the source in the world. Numerous masters who were pure manifestations of the source. So connect to them. Connect to their frequency. See, when the source attains a name, that name represents the source. Like for example, Krishna is the source, but he came with a name, Krishna. But Krishna, the name is not as important as the source. But when you connect to Krishna as the source with full awareness, you will become Krishna consciousness. So that is the sannyasa part.
Mohanji, instant gratification. So in today's world, youngsters, what advice or how do you get more youngsters spiritually involved? Because materially everything is instant. You go to a pub, pick up somebody, have a good time, you have drinks and you're instantly, sort of a thing. But spiritual journey, there may not be an instant benefit, tangible benefit. So how do you sort of motivate youngsters to sort of get into this field?
See, unconscious existence needs no effort. Eating, drinking, sleeping, it doesn't need any effort. But when you want to be fully conscious, you have to be alert and aware. It needs effort. So I would say that don't ever train anybody, teach anybody, anything, but live it. You live what you believe in fully. I even say belief is the wrong word. You're believing in, usually when you say belief, it's believing in something which you don't know, but you think exists. I say you should know by experiencing it. Only when you experience an information, it becomes knowledge. Only when you experience a knowledge, it becomes wisdom. So experience part is very, very vital. So I would like to bring people to the awareness that you can experience whatever you think is out there. You can experience everything, feel everything. Through feeling you can experience, through silence you can experience. Everything is experienceable. And the consciousness which is elusive is always connected to you. It's within you. So you don't have to really run after something, even a guru or a path or a method, to find it. That's very well inside you, staying inside you. So this awareness we should give them in the younger classes. Saying that.
So sort of embed with education system.
Education, saying that you are complete by birth. We don't have to manipulate them to get a job or get employed or become an employee. We don't have to do that, because that is the manipulation which is happening in the world today. And the high masters who are fully conscious and always living in consciousness may not be understood. What can you understand? What you see and what you perceive. But that is not the whole point. You will never know what I am experiencing until you become me. Understand? The road, the river will never understand an ocean until it becomes the ocean. But river always feels good because it's moving. You will feel good because life is moving. So that addiction is always there to life. That's why we keep coming back. But river has to become the ocean to know the ocean, feel the ocean, be the ocean. So it's very important that we have to become that, to know that. Basically, we don't know anybody on this earth. We say we know, we think we know. Like Mark Twain, I think, Mark Twain said, if you do not read a newspaper, you will be uninformed.
Yes.
If you read the newspaper, you will be misinformed. So the world is full of misinformation because it's full of opinions. It's not truth. Your opinion is as per how you perceive it, not as the reality often. I saw this and this is what it is. Who is saying? You are saying. How you are saying as per what you perceive. Truth is often beyond our perception. So there is nobody perfectly compatible to anybody.
Correct.
They are all existing in their own world. And sometimes these worlds have similar causes. So you come together. These are the birds of the same feather. I want to go to Bangalore. You also want to go to Bangalore. So we go together. But what I do in Bangalore and what you do in Bangalore are different stuff. That is as per your interest. So this is the difference here.
So basically, perceptions, you're saying is varies. You get better perceptions. Suppose you get into this Jagrata,
higher perception.
Higher perceptions, and finally reach, Nidra and Swapna, and then finally, Turiya kind of a thing.
So higher perception is connected to our detachment level. The more your personality, you will only see through the eyes of your personality. If you start seeing or witnessing your personality as an outsider, your perception changes. Like for example, you're lying down on this floor. What you will see is where your eyes can be positioned. You stand up on this chair. What do you see? A different angle. Life is like that. Where are you looking from? That is how you see things. So everything in life is like that. Everybody doesn't see everything you see. So expecting somebody else to see what you see is foolishness. So it's all connected to, like you asked the question about students, children. I would tell them, if you want to be good parents, give them feelings, help them feel. What are the fundamental feelings you can trust? Feelings from the body, not from outside. Feelings connected to the body. What is hunger? It's a feeling. Thirst, it's a feeling. Sleep, feeling. Various feelings body is generating. Start with that. Then start feeling the feelings of other people, for which you need observation. You need to feel them. Once you start feeling them, you will start feeling the society, general energies around, and you become very sensitive. Then you will not harm or hurt anybody. So the moment you stop hurting anybody, you have no regrets or guilt. Every regret and guilt is connected to an expectation, disappointment, and selfishness, selfish behavior. So we can bring the children to the level where through self-acceptance, through accepting the world, through accepting the things of the world, situations of the world or situations of your life, accepting them fully, you can make them stable. So once they are stable, they are unaffected, and they will be stable for the world.
Yes.
If those people become presidents and prime ministers, the world will be better.
Yes. So, how do you get more younger generation more interested in spirituality? Because we were talking about that it is not instant.
One thing I feel is that if you can bring people, youth, to feel life, that itself is a big deal.
Achievement, yes.
Because see, the virtual world has taken people away from the reality of nature. So coming back to nature is very, very important, which is also coming back to health.
Yes.
So when you are connected to the nature, you are healthy. When you are disconnected from the nature, you are sick. So that is one thing. Second aspect, the intoxications. It's so much available now. Intoxications are available, starting with cigarettes to drugs. Everything in between are available to the youth, despite all the restrictions. So it's important to engage them into purpose, purposeful action, like helping the helpless, saving the nature, planting trees or saplings, then feeling the underprivileged, feeling. I said, not doing so many things. Empathy, not sympathy. So, if the youth are able to connect to the realities of life, their purpose will rise. When you are purposeful, you are programmed for something positive. So, most of the people, if you ask what's your purpose of life, it's mundane things like get married, get a job, get married, have children, have house, car, things like that. These are all tame stuff. Everybody thinks that way. But we should think in terms of how we can change this world to something more better than what we received. Then you can create legends out of people. So legends, trendsetters, game changers happen when their clarity of purpose is clear or is real. If you have clarity of purpose, you will be self-motivated. You will be effective and you will never care about failures. If you don't have clarity of purpose, expectation is high. Every step you take, if there is a disappointment, you have a failure and you are lost. That is why people are committing suicide. As I said earlier, suicide is the most stupid thing you can do. Only the gross is going, the subtle still remains. And you are helpless. You don't know what to do because you don't have a vehicle like a body to express. So suicide is that idea should be given to the youth. You are not going anywhere, you are still here, but you don't have the equipment of the body to experience. Now, once they are reasonably oriented to life, real life, nature, then you can have programs. I'm not talking about spirituality. Spirituality is self-connection. Self-connection starts with self-acceptance. If you don't accept yourself, you cannot connect to yourself. So, self-acceptance simply means you have to accept yourself with all your weaknesses and all your strengths as you are, because that's how you came. Self-acceptance helps you for stabilizing yourself on earth, and it will give you effectiveness. When you are effective, you are contented. So today, contentment factor is never taught. Nobody tells you to be contented, satisfied. But instead, what is say, conquer, compete. This is not life. It's aberration. What are you conquering here? Everything you have to leave behind. And if you capture guilt and regret as a byproduct of your bad pursuits, you will always end up being regretful, guilty, guilt-ridden minds, heavy, and they never experience anything good. So we have to bring children or the youth to this awareness. That's what I do. I tell them, you are fine the way you are. Don't try to compete with another person. Compete with your yesterday. You can be improved today. And how you are valued by the world, how much you will be valued is based on what you can deliver to the world. If you are able to deliver to the world consistently, despite your situation, the world will take you as a messiah.
Yes.
The world will look at you as a savior.
Yes.
So this is as simple as that. When we take the life of Rama or Krishna, even Jesus, they never had a very peaceful existence. They all went through turmoil and trouble, but they stood their ground. They stood, or they displayed consistently what they are.
Yes. Actually, it's a beautiful point to what you told. I mean, first connect with nature. Stop using mobile phones when you're traveling, earplugs and all that. So there is a connection. Then there is a purpose in sort of helping people, doing some activity together.
Also, please remember the signs of times, virtual world, mobile phones, televisions, internet, you cannot avoid and live.
Yes.
You have to be part of it. And when you are part of it, you should always have a balance with the actual nature also. That is what stabilizes you. We are, even small children, they're crying, you give them a mobile phone, so they stop crying. So then they are addicted to this thing. Everybody is addicted to mobile phones.
Yes.
So our world is rotating around these flat subjects, the tablets, and that's not helping. So it's important to have an actual feeling of nature, farming, cultivation, taking care of animals, birds. All our ashrams or all our centers have animals, most of them. I mean, like, there are some centers which are yet to have, but they will all have animals, and they are exactly like us.
Yes.
Means we don't give any discrimination to them. Whatever facilities we have, they have. Means we don't keep them or treat them as animals, because they are all, this earth belongs to everybody.
Yes.
Now we are going to plant a lot of, we are starting that project, plantation in the forest to enrich the forest in Africa, South Africa. Enriching the forest means enriching the wildlife ecosystem. So I want to lead. I mean, I'm leading by example. I don't like to preach. I like to do and show, and that's the best thing you can do.
Yes.
By preaching, nobody listens, but by doing, by living, you're leaving a message that I meant what I said, or what I thought, what I believed in. This is very important. You have to live it. Mostly, it's like a father who smokes tells the children smoking is injurious to health. It never works, because that's contradiction, hypocrisy. We should shed all the hypocrisy. The so-called elders of the society should lead the next generation or the following generation through life by doing what is right. What is right is what is good for the entire world. What is wrong, which harms the world. So make it as simple as that. The goodness factor is doing things which are useful, which are energizing, stabilizing the world, and what is bad, which destabilizes the world.
A beautiful point again. Connect more with the Panchabhutas is what you're saying. Agni, Vayu, Jala and all that. So you talked about this.
That's also why we eat with the fingers, right? These 5 fingers represent 5 elements. Body consists of 5 elements. So when you touch the food with the 5 fingers, the message goes to the system automatically that this is coming. So then the digestion and the whole body prepares to receive the food. So that's why we always used to eat with fingers. So that each finger is a transmitter. It tells the body this is coming. And so everything that we used to do had a real purpose, and it used to stabilize us, our energies, the moon and the sun and the elements. The prana, the movement of energy to east, west, north, south, and all these places. It was stabilizing because of our lifestyle. Now we travel, mostly we are in flights and different places, for me, especially different locations. Everything is imbalanced. But that's for a purpose. I do it for a purpose, not for personal gratification. It's not that I love to travel. I'm going there for reasons, purposes. And so there you have to, it is a niyoga. Niyoga means appointed order, appointed duty. Appointed duty is to do these things which I'm doing. But I don't have any particular attachment to any of those. Means I'm not bound by them. So that means I'm free.
So Mohanji's foundation, apart from plantations, any 3-4 activities that you're strictly focusing on over the next few years, kind of a thing?
Mohanji Foundation has many activities. We have centers in 12 countries. More are coming. We have activities. All our meditations are free. Kriya is free. Most of the things we do give to the world are free. And there are trainers. They train people, those who can apply. And all those details you can get from mohanji.org. So what we are doing in the world. Now, this year I particularly decided, because of the calamities, natural calamities, man-made calamities, wars, bloodshed, I decided that we should look after the earth better. Because there's no point in sitting in the room and meditating when outside people are killing people.
Yes.
And the wrong usage of religion to control people and to use them as weapons, I disagree. Because religion is for the people, not people for the religion. So we have to change that equation for real. And everybody can choose their path. 8 billion people, they all have the right to choose what's good for them. And this is one thing which we have to really understand and execute. Then another, activity-wise, we are doing all these things. Then this environment protection, environment activity, we have started an organization called World Tribal Alliance. That's registered in London, and we are registering in South Africa, and we are planning to have a reasonably large program in Cape Town next year, October. So this is approximately the picture. And one thing what I see in the world today is wrong information, misinformation, and using people against people. Nobody wants to die. You have to live a full life, comfortable life, and have a natural death. That's your right. So this is something which I am trying to cultivate. Then we have this womanhood festival coming, which are completely run by women on 8th of March. The idea of that is, you can see in the world, women are trying hard to be equal to men. I would say you don't even try that, because you're already unique. Because of women, we have the next generation. So that uniqueness, nobody can take away from you. So women's stability or women empowerment should be from within. By understanding their relevance on earth. They are not backdrops of men. They have equal or more relevance as the providers of the next generation. For men, it's more of protection and providing. But for women, they bring forth the next generation. All the women across species. So we should respect all women. See, if you look at the life of a pig or a cow, they never enjoy freedom, especially dairy industry. As soon as they are born, they're taken away from their mothers. They never get to drink a drop of milk of the mother. That is her child. We are drinking her milk. Do you think that milk will be good for us? It is poison. Because everything essentially is energy and frequency. End of the day, the whole existence of the universe is based on energy and frequency. The more positive, good vibration you create, the healthier you become. The less such frequency happens, sick you become. And the world is sick. Then it is covered by the medicines, vaccinations, which further manipulates the system. It's time we realized all this. We go back to nature. We come back to our originality. A cow and a calf should live together. No artificial insemination. No taking the child away from the mother. No stealing the milk. No murder. No torture, no murder. This has to be the equation. I'm trying to bring kindness to people. My motto or my whole existence is dedicated to mankind to kind men, humankind to kind humans. That itself will change the equation. Whoever wants to rule can rule. If that's good, they are good at it. But I'm not interested in any of those. I'm not interested in political powers, positions, nothing. Because that's all temporary. What I'm interested in is to make a difference, positive difference in the world, because I walked here in this time. Tomorrow, I don't know. Whether my heart will beat tomorrow, I don't know. So today, while I can, I'm talking. That's all I can do.
Before we wind up, one small advice for our audience, in one line or in one sentence or one paragraph, however you wish.
I would say self-connection through self-acceptance. That will be the biggest blessing you will give to yourself. Self-acceptance is vital.
Yes.
And then, if you're accepted yourself, you're stable, you'll have a good life.
Thank you, Mohanji.
Thank
you for this wonderful podcast.
Thank you.
Om Gurave Namaha.
Thank you, Anand.
Get your blessings.
Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.